Cthulhu really a fictional entity? Or is Cthulhu actually real? I wasn't going to do a video on this. In fact, I was just going to ask a question, and that was going to be my video, but this popped up. Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Is Cthulhu a fictional entity? I think that Cthulhu could very well be real and could quite possibly fall into the category as an interdimensional entity, Cthulhu. I'm going to come over here to my YouTube channel, you all, so I can see the comments. Cthulhu. Cthulhu. I don't want to forget how to say it because I had to go look up, see how to say Cthulhu. Yeah, looks very impressive. It really does. Let's look at this. Let's flip this around. Hello, Apple Brooks, and bang, bang, mucka bang. Bang, bang, honey. Your Gina had to stand up for you. Somebody wrote in the comments section they didn't want to hear me say bang, bang, mucka bang. Too bad. Too bad. That's all I got to say. I love saying bang, bang, mucka bang. I do. Yes. Hello, everyone. Hello, Christine. Hello, Sheila. So, Cthulhu. Let me go back to see, make sure I'm saying it right, you all. I gotta see how I pronounce it the correct way again. I think it was Cthulhu. Cthulhu. Yeah. So let's look at this, you all. We're going to look over here. So we had this Cthulhu. This is a Wikipedia thing. Cthulhu is a fictional cosmic entity created by H.P. Lovecraft. Created. It was first introduced in his short story, The Call of Cthulhu, published by the American pulp magazine Weird Tales in 1928, and considered a great old one within the pantheon of Lovecraftian cosmic entities. And this creature has since been featured in numerous popular cultural references. Cthulhu. So I really don't think that Cthulhu is a fictional cosmic entity. I really don't. And let me show you this. So I was looking at these tornadoes right here. We're just going to go look at this. You can do a search on these tornadoes. And they all look rather ominous looking. You know, I think these, there's living beings in these tornadoes. I really do. I think they're a very, very powerful force to be reckoned with. Extremely powerful. Cthulhu. So look at this. Somebody said that they saw this right here. And I don't know about that. I really don't. I don't know if they made that up and just put that in there or not. But I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if truly this is real. And if it's real and if it exists, if it's a cosmic entity, I'm thinking that one day it's literally will not hide anymore. I really don't think it's going to hide anymore. Look at this, you all. Gina, honey, what you got going on, you all? I got it going on. I'm pushing one too many buttons with this touch screen. You all, can you hear me? Can you hear me, Muckabang? King of Hookamundo? Can you all hear me? Yes, we can. Leviathan in the Bible. Lovecraft talks about the old ones. Yeah, that's okay. It looks like we only got not very many people in this comment section. Okay, that's great. So look at this. Look how this tornado, it looks like it is an entity within itself with these tentacles. It really does. And if we look at some of these other ones, you know, we can do this research right here. And we can check out some of these that have shown up here when you do a Google search. You see these tornadoes that have entities in them. You really can. Some of them look like, and I think at times some of these are ships and stuff. Look at that. So how could it be? I don't think these are man-made. I think that these really are living entities in these tornadoes. Cthulhu, however you say it. You all look at this. A bizarre inverted tornado. Bizarre inverted tornado. So we can look at it. Go on, Gina, honey. You can do it. We can do it. You all look at that bizarre inverted tornado. So it really wasn't going to be the topic that I was focusing on. It wasn't. But I saw it and I thought, wow, I'm going to talk about it. Now, some of these, they may look photoshopped and stuff, but you know that tornadoes are very powerful. They are a very powerful forces of nature. Um, they they have different shapes than us, and they have different types of power within them. They really do. I'm going to get to the Kawalu, or something, however you said it. I just wanted to look at a few of these strange phenomenons, because I think that there are living beings up there in the clouds, if not UFOs and stuff, that can do their own thing with the weather, because this is just, it's not natural. So it has to be something from out of this world is what it has to be. Out of this world, you all. Look at all these. Look at this. Looks like there's a UFO ship in this one right here. You can see the white of it. You can see the white of it. You know, and these ships, these interdimensional ships, these UFOs, these galactic ships, whatever you want to call them, they do have, I think they have the ability to do things with the weather too. I do. And we know that the weather is very powerful, whether it's man-made, whether it's made by the extraterrestrials, or whether it's made by living beings in the sky. It has an effect on us. It does. It's very powerful. We feel it. We experience it. We see it. It can be very destructive. Whatever you don't want to remember that commercial, how it said, it's not nice to fool Mother Nature. Yeah, I think there's living, there's life in everything. See, look at this. So what's up with this? I really do believe that there are UFO. There's long white ships in the clouds, and there's other types of UFOs in the sky. There are, you all. So come on now. You know that this is they're living beings. I just want to say these are living beings, and they don't have a solid structure like us. They don't. They're much lighter than we are. They are. So I'm supposed to be looking at Kawalu. That's what I'm supposed to look at, you all. Kawalu. So I'm going to go over there. We're going to look at it. This Kawalu. However I'm supposed to say it. Jonathan, honey, your friend. Yeah. Gina, need good thinking who will be talking with the cosmic. Gina Maria, dear, we need good thinking who will be talkings with the cosmic visitors. I don't know what that's about. I really don't. Let me come over here. Let's what over here, you all. I like to go to this fandom because, well, I want to see a picture of it, you all. Come on, can we see a picture of this Kawalu? Look, oh, it looks very ominous. What if it is like a Leviathan? The Call of Kawalu. Look at this. So, Cthulhu or Cthulhu. Okay, Cthulhu. No, it's not I don't think it's a fictional godlike monstrosity. Oh my gosh, this is just very descriptive words. A fictional godlike monstrosity invented by the 18th century horror. I didn't know there was a horror writer, you all. I guess because I don't watch or read horror. Oh, learn something new. Created. No, it was already here. More like maybe he had contact with them from the other rim. Could have called it in. You know, people can open up portals. They really can. A horror. So he's not a horror writing. Yeah. All of that, you all. So let me do this. Come on, let's look at this. I want to see what they have to say about it because we might need to know. We might run into this So-called fictional cosmic monstrosity one day. We might see it in the skies one day. We really might. You never know. We're going to have to know what to look for. So Koalu's appearance is that of a colossal humanoid. Humanoid? That means it's not totally human. It means that it could be mechanical, maybe, or something like that. So a colossal humanoid entity possessing both anthropodic and cephalopodic qualities. These are kind of big words for me, you all. Just a little bit big, but that's okay. I'm going to try to get through it. Look, he, or rather it, has an upper body similar to a man. Oh, wow. But possesses narrow webbed wings on the back of its back and its arms and legs. Its legs end with clawed digits. To pierce right through you is what it looks like. The most defining feature of Koalu is its head, which closely resembles an octopus. It's got an octopus head. The head is mostly a large, bulbous, pulsating sac, and numerous writhing tentacles sprout from where one would expect a mouth to be. Koalu's height reaches hundreds of meters tall, but it is capable of altering its size and shape at will, being anywhere between the size of a man to the size of a continent, and capable of spawning any number of limbs as it chooses. I think I remember reading something about some type of an entity that was, that was one of the gods. They could make themselves big or they could make themselves small. They could change their self into a bird or anything that they wanted, is what I thought I heard. So the call of the Koalu, the most detailed description is in the Tale of the Kalalu and is based on the statues of the creature, one constructed by an artist after a series of baleful dreams. Oh my gosh, he met them. They met it in the dream state. In the dream state. Our dreams, I think that our dreams at times, we really do go into another realm. It's probably what happened. This person met it in another realm. It's said to have yielded simultaneous pictures of an octopus, a dragon, and a human caricature. A pulpy tentacle head surmounted on a grotesque and scaly body with rudimentary wings. Oh, wow. Another, recovered by police from a raid of a murderous cult, represented a monster of vaguely anthropoid outline with an octopus-like head whose face was a mass of feelers, a scaly, rubbery-looking body, prodigious claws on hind and 4 feet, and long, narrow wings behind it. Do you think this stuff is make-believe? I really don't. I think that if they thought of it, what would even put something like this in somebody's mind? Okay, what would? How would you even come up with something like this? Chances are, back in the old days, they probably did see this, you all. They probably did see this. Look, when the creature finally appears, the story says that the thing cannot be described, but it's called the green sticky spawn of the stars, with flabby claws and an awful squid head with writhing feelers. Johansson's phrase, a mountain walked or stumbled, gives a sense of the creature's scale. by Wilcox's dreams, which touched wildly on a gigantic thing miles high, which walked on or lumbered about. Cthulhu is depicted as having a worldwide cult centered in Arabia, with followers in regions as far-flung as Greenland and Louisiana. The leaders of the cult in the mountains of China, who are said to be immortal, and Cthulhu is described by some of these cultists as a great priest of the great old ones who lived ages before they were men. Okay, I'm a little confused. Are they saying that there really is a worldwide cult centered in Arabia with followers in regions as far-flung as Greenland and Louisiana who follows this? Is it really true? I'm going to look at this. Let's look at this, you all. I think it's true. You think it's true? Oh wow. They got old pictures. The spirit realm, yeah. It's they are leaders of the cult in the mountains of China who are said to be immortal. Images for the cult followers. Oh my gosh. A B-52 in Texas. Okay, you all there? Okay, yeah, I had a call come in. I paused it. So is there... I don't know. It could be real. Why would they follow something fictitious? Why would they follow something fictitious is what I've got to say. Why would they? Because you know what? They say that of certain religions. They say, like, why are you worshiping a God that you cannot see? Why do you believe in something you cannot see? See, they say that of religions also. So why wouldn't that be possible? Look at this. Charles Dexter Ward's study. Oh my gosh. I think they really do. I really do. I think they really do. They follow it. Would you think not? Let me put this back to me. That's really interesting. Yeah, let's look at this, you all. So, the cult is noted for chanting its horrid phrase. I'm not going to say it. The great old ones, according to Castro, had become... Hey, they came from the stars. The great old ones, according to Castro, had come from the stars to rule the world in ages past. Would they be considered the fallen angels? Would they? Sheila, I'm not going to repeat that phrase. No, I'm not, because that's something that they're going to... No, I'm not going to repeat it. Besides, I can't even say it anyhow. Yeah, I'm not going to say it. Hey, that's a really good one, Red Clouds. So look at that. Look at that. They were not composed altogether of flesh and blood. They had shape, but that shape was not made of matter. And when the stars were right, they could plunge from world to world through the sky. But When the stars were wrong, they could not live. But although they no longer lived, they would never really die. They all lay in stone houses in the great city of R'lyeh, preserved by the spells of the mighty Cthulhu, for a glorious resurrection when the stars and the earth might once more be ready for them. That sounds like that sounds kind of like that's going to come true, or it has come true, or it's getting ready to come true. I don't think it's make believe. I really don't. Oh my gosh. Look at this. The much discussed couplet from Abdul al-Hazred's Necromancy. I've heard of that necromancy and don't want to talk about it. That is not dead which can eternal lie, and with strange, I'm not repeating it, okay? I'm not. Okay, when the stars have come right for the old ones, some force from outside must serve to liberate their bodies. And the spells that preserve them intact likewise prevented them from making an initial move at the proper time. So let's look at this, you all. I think this is going to happen, or it could be happening. The secret priest would take the great Cthulhu from his tomb to revive his subjects and resume his role on the earth. This sounds like Satan. You all. Or something else. Oh, wow. Then mankind would have become as the great old ones, free and wild beyond good and evil, with laws and morals thrown aside, and all men shouting and killing and reveling in joy. Then the liberated old ones would teach them new ways to shout and kill and reveal and revel and enjoy themselves, and all the earth would flame with the holocaust, ecstasy of freedom. This, I'm telling you what, this sounds familiar to some other things. It really does. It sounds quite familiar. Oh, wow, I cannot believe this fandom, I think, has more truth in it than some of the things we read in today. I really do. Castro reports that the great old ones are telepathic. They're telepathic, and they knew all that was occurring in the universe, and they were able to communicate with the first humans by molding their dreams, thus establishing the Cthulhu cult. But after R'lyeh had sunk beneath the waves, the deep waters full of the one primal mystery through which not even thought can pass, had cut off the spectral intercourse. Wow. Look at this. The old or ancient ones, the elder gods, or of cosmic good, and those of cosmic evil, I think they're talking about angelic beings and stuff. You got good ones and you got bad ones, benevolent and malevolent beings. That really sounds interesting, you all. The old and ancient ones, the elder gods of cosmic good and those of cosmic evil, bearing many names and themselves of different groups, as if associated with the elements and yet transcending them. For there are water beings. There's water beings, you all, hidden in the depths. Those of air that are the primal lurkers beyond time. Those of earth, horrible animate survivors of distant eons. That sounds really weird. I mean, really, it's weird, but real. That's what it sounds like. This is real stuff. So, the great Cthulhu is one of the water beings. The beast from the sea. Isn't there something supposed to come from rising from the sea, you all? In the book of Revelation, something's coming out of the sea. Derleth indicated that the water beings oppose those of the air, and rightly so. A departure from traditional elemental theory, in which the water and the fire were opposed, and depicted Cthulhu as engaged in an age-old arch rivalry with the designated heir elemental, Hasitur, whom he describes as his half-brother. Are we getting this like Inky and Enlil kind of in here too? And then Jesus and Satan, and what other are there that they compare? And all of that. Look, the Trail of Cthulhu is about the struggle of Dr. whatever and his association. Okay, the Black Island. The Black Island in 1952. What happened to me, you all? In 1952, with the atomic bombing of Raleigh, which Derleth has moved the vicinity, describes this story. Let's read this story, you all. Excuse me. I want to read that story. I just want to read it. We're almost done with this because this is so strange to find this. It really is. A thing which was little more than a protoplasmic mass. Oh. From the body of which 1,000 tentacles of every length and thickness flailed forth, from the head of which, constantly altering shape from an amorphous bulge to a simulacrum of a man's head, a single malevolent eye appear. You know what malevolent means? It means bad. Yeah, that's really interesting, you all. That is so interesting. Oh my gosh. So we've got this cult of the Cthulhu, whoever it is. And I think it's a real entity. Now, there may be people. Look, it's the all-seeing eye. The all-seeing eye. Have I pushed this on here, you all? Let me see this. I need to try to make myself exit out of this. I've got my phone covering up this corner and I can't see it. I got to move it out of my way because I got the screen too big, you all. That's why. Let me come over here and just move it out of the way. Oh my gosh. That tentacle kind of looks like that tentacle that was in Romania. It does. I'm just saying. I hope there wasn't something in there. And I did not click into that, you all. I clicked into this. Look, you see what's happening? I'm trying to click into here, and that's what it's doing. This image is no longer available. I'm going to make it available, you all. I'm going to make this image available just like this. So, look at this. What if this is really what it looks like? Wasn't there an entity that looked like this? Was that the captain? What was that? Johnny Depp, the Pirates of the Caribbean. Didn't they have the Kraken or somebody that looked like that? Wasn't somebody on that, the Pirates of the Caribbean with a face like that? That's what I'm thinking. Okay, that's what I thought. And, you know that monster that I think Sylvester Stallone played in that movie where that, was it Predator? It kind of had something like that maybe, or sort of, no, I don't know. Yeah, so that's right there. See, it said it was no longer available, you all, but we can blow that screen up like that and make it happen. Oh my gosh. They got a film festival going on right here. Look at this. They got their film festival right here. I think that they, oh my gosh, look, what's that look like? You all, that looks like that alien. This looks like that alien that, I'm trying to push the screen so you all can see. This looks like that alien they said that can get in your body and then take over your mind and stuff. Don't that look like that? Why do they got that like that? Are you new, Daryl, honey? I've never heard that in my whole entire life. I really haven't until today. Till today. I lived a very sheltered life, and I really never watched movies or anything like that. Never looked at anything like that. Oh, so yeah, you are. So I'm trying to see some more of that. Cthulhu, children's and stuff. Oh. Okay, well, see, I think that we saw enough of it. That right there, you know, they probably made this image not visible because really that's probably what it looks like right there. Right there. And that's kind of scary looking. Yeah. It came through HP's portal with his name in the desert back in the day. Who's HP? Who's HP? I'm not certain who HP is. But I know that there's supposed to be a beast that comes out of the sea. We don't want to look at that woman's body. Even though her body's covered up. We're not looking at her body. We are not at all. Oh, okay. Well, see, they got somebody over here. They look like this. And that's fine, too. Giants lived in America. Yes. Yes, you all. They did. No, we don't want to look at that woman's body. Oh my goodness, you all. So the Cthulhu, or I want to call it Cthulhu. Cthulhu, okay? Cthulhu, right here, Cthulhu, right there. And it's talking about the call of the Cthulhu. And they are described as they were not composed altogether of flesh and blood. They had shape, but that shape was not made of matter. And when the stars were right, they could plunge from the world to world through the sky. But when the stars were wrong, they could not live. But although they no longer lived, they would never really die. So they all lay in stone houses in a great city, waiting to be resurrected. They're going to be resurrected, you all. They really are. They're going to be resurrected. I wanted just one more. Just one more. We're going to read it. Okay, just this one more part right here. I think I'm over here. So look. So the old ancient ones, the elder gods of cosmic good and those of cosmic evil, bearing many names, and there really are many names of cosmic good and cosmic evil, and themselves of different groups, as if associated with the elements and yet transcending for them. For there are water beings, hidden in the depths, which I really do believe there are, those of air that are the primal lurkers beyond time, I'm sure, and those of earth, horrible animate survivors of different eons. So look at this. So the water beings oppose those of the air. Okay, a departure from the traditional elemental theory, in which the water and the fire were opposed and depicted as you all. Am I doing this to you all again? I'm reading on here and I'm not even pushing that screen. I am so sorry. I'm getting too caught up. So water beings oppose those of the air. And it's an age-old arch rivalry with a designated air elemental. Kalu is engaged with Hestur, whom he describes as Cthulhu's half-brother. You all, I don't mean to laugh, but I can't keep the name straight. I can't, but that's okay. That's quite all right. I don't really need to keep it straight. That's okay. I really do feel that there is something. Hey, what happened to me? Can you all see me on here? It looked like it about cut me off, made me a little bit blurry, but that's okay. Yeah, I believe that, Daryl Calhoun. Yeah, so I think that there's a lot of truth to this fandom stuff, and that we got the air, those above and those below and those on the earth. We do. That's right. That's right, you all. I'm going to go. And I wasn't even going to do this on here. I was going to ask a question. I was going to ask a different question, but I'll ask that at another day. I will. because that was an important question, but I wasn't supposed to do it, so I didn't. Literally, I had already uploaded a different photo. I was going to show stuff on Hawaii. I was. And then I seen this right here with the tentacles, and I thought, well, that's what I'm supposed to speak on. So I did. So thank you all for coming on here, and thank you, moderators, for being on here. I really believe that there is a lot of history that is passed off as myth and fables. I really do. I believe that it is real. There's a lot of realness out there. I would say the myths are the things that are real. Okay. And so with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours, love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day. And please give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, because they have a tendency to unsubscribe people. They do. And I think that's about it. So this is a monstrous entity that comes up out of the sea. I learned something new. This is the first time I ever heard of this entity. But it's all right. I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. I'm going to go. So you all have a wonderful rest of your day. And thank you once again for coming on here. Love you.